Hello and welcome to Chapter 7. Chapter 7, yes, we are almost there. Only a few chapters left to go in this course, so yay! And in this chapter, we're going to be looking at, again, inventory, because that's the big issue with QuickBooks and how they manage inventory, bills, payments, and good old sales discounts. But we're also going to be recording our credit card. Credit, purchases with credit cards, dealing with everything with credit cards. You know, that fun stuff. All that's going to go on in this chapter. So again, you know how it goes. We're going to break it down by the drills before in this class. Do section peers. If you're watching this and you're not part of the class, that's okay. You can still get a few tips. That always works. Now, we're going to go ahead and actually start with verifying purchase order settings drill. Nice. So, in order to prepare the purchase orders feature must be turned on. Sometimes that's off. So we need to make sure that it is actually on. So how are we going to get to it? Well, through anything else that deals with our settings. Click that gear and go to Account and Settings. Okay. And we're going to go to the Expense tab. Look at all these. Yay! Big thing that we want to see is right here with purchase orders. Use purchase orders must be turned on. If it is not on, you click that pin and you click on. Yeah. Now, we can remove some of these items, these custom fields if we need to. We can even add a default message on purchase orders. This is all up to us and the way we go. We can even create custom transaction numbers. Okay. Either way is perfectly fine, but we're just going to make sure that it is checked. Next, we're going to go and check out our inventory valuation summary. Checking out the inventory. So, of course, through all these, we can actually go to reports. And of course, I always do it the little simple way of just searching for the document that we need. Now again, you can actually look at this and find it pretty much probably under your sales and customers list. It will be somewhere around here. There it is. There too. But again, I just like searching. Makes life a lot easier. Now again, these are going to go by as current dates on Test Drive because of how Test Drive constantly updates. But remember, make sure you follow the dates in your book to the current year. Again, do not use 2019. I do know that's in the book, but we're in 2021. So always 2021 or 2020 if you're using a prior year. We're not going to have too much of 2020 anymore, but make sure it's all 2021. Okay. So, this is our inventory valuation summary. Key things about these items is that it does list all the inventory we have. So, under what category, if we have a SKU number, it does have a SKU, and also quantity. It will tell us our value, so asset value, and basically the price that we get them for. Calculated average. So it's the average price of us purchasing them. So again, little basic summary. So far, total design, we have a cost right now of $500. And landscaping is about $96.25. Now we can always customize this. Always. Have filters, headers, and other little items. We can even change a little bit and get rid of the compact, but not very much else you can customize on this report. Okay, so easy stuff out of the way. Let's go ahead and go through establishing reorder points. So a couple of our inventory does not have reordering points, so we need to do this. And again, the reordering points is basically QuickBooks tracking our inventory and let us know that we probably need to be buying some more stuff in order to have it in stock in case the customer needs it. Makes sense, huh? Yeah. So we got this good old memo, and it says establishing reorder points for rock fountains at 5, sprinkler heads at 25, and sprinkler pipes at 35. As we can already see in our inventory valuation summary, that means 2 of these will be needing to be restocked, and 1 is right on the money, so it also probably will need to be reordered. Alright, so how to do this? Well, we need to go to our product and service list. So right here in sales, whoops, there we go, products and services. And the first one we're going to go to is the rock fountain. There it is. And we're going to click edit. Okay. And then here's the reordering point. Okay. So right under quantity on hand, if we do need to adjust that, we can always adjust it. But we need to put in 5. Okay. And then hit save and close. Then we need to go to the sprinkler heads. Hit edit. And we're going to go ahead and put in that 25. Save and close and edit our last one, which of course was the sprinkler pipes with 35. Alright, so notice that all of these are now in yellow because we have a reordering point. The reason why they're in yellow is to give us a warning. We need to restock. So even though this is the same, it needs to be reordered. It hit the reordering point. So we need to go ahead and add more stock. Okay. Next drill. We got a lot of drills going on in this first part of chapter 7. Is now the customizing of the product service list report. So that means we gotta go back to reports. Reports. And we got our product service list. And we're going to click on this little gear icon. Hit show more. And we want to make sure that we get the reordering points on there. So there's our reordering points. It will automatically refresh. And it will show the reordering points in case we just need another reference. It's really all that we're doing right here. Again, gives us all of our products, the price, the cost, quantity on hand, and now it shows our reordering points. Again, handy tool just in case we need a trace back of what's going on. So next, told you, we're going to do a purchase order. Purchase order drill. Yes. So when we talk about purchase orders, this is another way to help us track our inventory. So when items are on purchase order are received, the purchase order will be marked closed. So again, purchase cycle, we're going to order these parts from vendor. They're going to come in, and we make sure that everything's in there and is correct. Okay, So, first thing that we need to do is check our memo. And our memo says this. After reviewing the product service list report, you decide to prepare a purchase order for 5 rock fountains at $125 each from Tanya's nursery. You are also ordering 100 sprinkler heads, 75 cents each, and 10 sprinkler pipes at $2.50 each from Norton's Lumber and Building Materials. Okay, we immediately know, judging from prior videos, that we may end up have to pause and redo this in case I can't show up the vendors' names. It always happens. But let's hope that doesn't happen now, because I've already gone through a lot more errors that y'all don't know of. Anyway, so let's start a purchase order. So we want to go to new, and you see under vendors, there is purchase order. We're going to click on that to create one. Okay, next, we're going to choose our vendor, which, of course, we're going to buy the rock fountains first. Yay, we don't have to refresh everything because the list is there. And we're going to find Tanya. Nursery, there it is. Awesome. Okay. So, with this one, you do have category details and item details. We're going to go ahead and expand the item details. Keep that expand. Do not worry about the category details. Don't have to worry, because we're dealing with buying actually purchasable items. So we need to get our rock fountain. Rock fountain! Oh. It went a little bit more. There we go. Rock fountain. And we're going to do a quantity of 5. Notice again, when we have our reorder points in, that it will show this in our little column where we do put in our inventory, our things that we're going to get, the actual quantity on hand, and the reorder point. It's a nice little cool little feature there under quantity. Okay. So, from there, all we have to do is save and close. But notice this, before we do that this purchase order status is considered open under this one. That is important because we're going to get back to that later on. So, save and close. And now we're going to do the second purchase order. So no longer for Tanya's, we're going to go to Norton's Lumber. Building Materials. Okay, same thing. This one actually has 2 already in here, probably from a previous order. So what we're going to have to do is pretty much remove those, because we don't need those in ours. So we're going to basically clear them out. So hit the nice little trash can, and there they go. Looks like there we go. Got it all cleared out. Sometimes we do have to clear everything out. Still looks a little off, but that's fine. Okay, so we're going to add our sprinkler heads. There we go. Quantity. So sometimes we do have little funny little glitches that end up happening. It's okay. Just make sure you hit clear over here if it does have information in from any prior purchase order. Probably in your book you probably won't see many of those, but probably you may have a few. Alright, so we have 100 sprinkler heads. And then we need to go ahead and do the pipes. And we're going to buy 10 more. So it should be an even $100. Okay. Again, open. And we'll go ahead and save and close. Ooh. So it looks like we got a little error going on here. Again, that sometimes does happen in these test drives. So let me go ahead and clear out. Let's see if we can try it one more time. Purchase order. Think I know what's going on with this one. Okay, clear our lines. There we go. We had an error coming through on a different end. That's interesting. So I'm going to just put them in real quick. And there we go. Sometimes that does happen. If it does, just knock it out and then redo it. Just how it goes. Anyways, now we've done our purchase orders. Next thing to do is actually receive the items. Okay. So again, anytime we order merchandise, we do have to receive it. If we have a receiving department, their job is to basically let us know that all items have been received. If it's just us, we check to make sure all items are received. Not all items received, then we have a little issue that we have to talk with the vendor about. But for us, we're going to go ahead and put them in. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do is click the plus icon. Then we're going to click bill. Okay, nice little bill. Little fun little info there. Brand new item there with the credit card fees. So we're going to go ahead and choose our vendors. First one is Tanya. Okay, there we go. And notice that this little box now has shown up to state that there is a purchase order out. Are we going to add this to our bill? Well, yeah. We're going to go ahead and add. It has been shown that it has been received. So, we're going to go ahead, basically save it. Save and close. Okay, so now we have the bill. Okay. So if we want to, we can actually go to now our purchase order, which is just click search. If we went to the purchase order, notice this. If it has now been linked to a bill, it is no longer open. It has now been closed. Alright, so that's one thing that ends up happening. Now, as I mentioned before, what would happen if we only received so much and not the rest? Well, that's why we had another purchase order. Ready for this one? So, with our bills, we have the purchase order of the sprinkler heads and the sprinkler pipes. Fortunately, our receiving department said, oh, only our sprinkler heads actually showed up. So now we have only a partial shipment. So first thing that we need to do is to go ahead and pull up Norton's number. And if you have that right now, just click no. Okay. We do have net 30. Make sure of that. Then we're going to go ahead and tell it to add it. Okay. But we want to remove the sprinkler pipes. So basically, to remove that, all we're going to do is click the trash can. And we're going to click remove line. Okay. So this shows us that the purchase order has kind of gone through, but has not gone through completely. So once we have that done, we just hit save and close. Okay. That's it. That's all they can bill us for. That's all we received. We can already show, if I go to that purchase order for Norton's, notice that it's still open because we haven't received all of our items. Now, let's do this. What would happen if we need to manually close a purchase order? We're never going to receive these sprinkler pipes probably. Why? We don't know. Will it happen? Maybe. But if we've prepared a purchase order for an item that will no longer be available, you manually close the purchase order. But it is helpful to retain for our records that we actually did try and order these products. Okay? Also lets us know that this is no longer available from this vendor. Because of this, you manually close a purchase order rather than delete it. I will tell you always, don't delete stuff. It's so much better to have a record just in case the worst happens, especially an audit from the IRS. The more records we got, the more paperwork, the more satisfied they're going to be. Okay, so we're already at our purchase order. We already know that we're going to have to manually close it. Okay. And notice this already. It does have the receive of the sprinkler heads and it shows closed for that. Well, we're going to go ahead and close it out. This was important. We click close. Okay. We click close and we're going to go ahead and insert the check mark right there for closed to show that we're not going to get the sprinkler pipes. We received 0. This purchase order has been closed out. We're not going to receive those because the vendor probably doesn't even sell them anymore. Again, this lets us know next time if we need to purchase sprinkler pipes that Norton is not the one that we want to go. It's not the vendor that sells them anymore. Okay. That's really all we have left. So we're going to hit save and close. Always click yes. And that's it. That purchase order has been saved. It is now completely closed. Okay. So that brings us to the end of this part of chapter 7. I know, pretty long. but we did nail out quite a few items. So, recap in our nice little video. We showed you how to start the purchase order settings. I'll make sure those that purchase orders are clicked on. We looked a little bit at the inventory valuation summary. We established reorder points. Then we customized our product service list and started our purchase orders. So we created those. We entered our bills. Notice that we didn't have everything in receiving for one. So we showed the partial one. And then we manually closed the purchase order. Okay? That's it for this part. So let's see what the preview for the next exciting part of Chapter 7. Let's see. Oh, we got quite a bits of ways. And this means that we're probably not going to have a lot of videos in this. Yep, there we go. So our next drill looks like we're going to go after credit cards and vendors. So we're going to add those. We're going to record a credit card purchase. We're going to record a credit. And then we're looking at purchase inventory with the credit card. And that's it. So we're going to do a lot of credit cards in the next part. Fun, fun, fun. Tell her daddy took the kids to the T-board array. Hey. And we'll have fun, fun, fun. Okay, guys. So, that ends part 1, which was nice. I will see y'all for part 2, where we discuss all about credit cards. Okay? Y'all have a good one, and I will see y'all later.